Although my daughter has been in my arms for about 9 weeks now, which is just absolutely crazy. That time has gone by so fast. I wanted to share this last project that I completed prior to her arrival. My mom convinced me that I could definitely take on making my own crib skirt for the crib we had gotten her. I couldn't find one that was long enough to reach the floor when the crib is in its highest setting, and really thought that that would add to the room if it did go all the way to the floor. So I went to the store and found a beautiful fabric and got to work. I was able to get this lovely cream brocade fabric on sale from Joanne, and it is turning out to be the most beautiful touch in her nursery. My mom is the absolute sweetest and came to town to help me finish up all those last nursery tasks, and honestly, she took over that project and made the room just absolutely gorgeous in a way that I just do not yet have the skill. It's so fun to continue to learn from her and get her wisdom and hopefully some of her lovely design finesse. I can only hope that someday I am as wonderful at creating beautifully curated spaces as she is. So for now, I'm just really grateful that she was able to come and help me with that space. For this sewing project, I had to learn how to use a ruffle foot for the sewing machine, and it definitely gave me a little bit of trouble at first. You have to line up the fabric just right and hold it just right, and then guide it through the foot at a certain speed and make sure that it goes through and creates the ruffles like you would want it to. Since you're ruffling that brocade fabric, you do have to start out with about double the length as the side that you are putting it on. So I had a lot of fabric to work with. I tend to forget to start small and tend to jump into things. I was able to give it a few test runs, but definitely ran into a few problems along the way because I was a little bit impatient. I still am really new to sewing and am learning a lot in the process. I did remember this time to hem all the edges before I started, so we are learning. We're getting better. For this project, I had to kind of wing it a little bit because I couldn't find a great example of what I was trying to do. So after measuring the length to the floor, I kind of just got started figuring it out as I went. I needed the sides to be open so they could go over the platform of the crib. So what I ended up doing was pretty much making a rectangle that was the exact size as the platform of the crib and adding on 4 individual panels to each side of the rectangle, and that turned out really well for me. Honestly, I don't know exactly what I'll do when my daughter is bigger and I need to move the crib down. I guess I will just have some extra fabric and likely will just pin it up to be the right length.
You got the measuring stick. Right. Measures the side is 28 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although this project was pretty simple, I did end up calling my mom several times to get some input on how to make it go best. This project took a few days to finish, and I actually got to finish when my mom was in town helping me with the nursery. So she got to help me with those final little touches of the crib skirt while she was working on the nursery, which turned out really well because we kind of got to finish it all at once. I had another sweet friend in from about an hour away helping me with some tasks as her husband was hanging out with my husband, and she was so kind to do little things to make my life a little bit easier, even though she herself was only a few weeks behind me in pregnancy and recently had her son as well. This project was one that required a lot of patience from me because I tend to really want to move fast, and with the way you have to work with the ruffle foot, I had to work really slowly in order not to mess things up. For the nursery, we decided to go for a very classic, sort of vintage vibe, and we're able to pick up a lot of pieces from Facebook Marketplace and the local thrift store to really pull things together. It had so many fun touches, and I am so excited to share it with you in just a few moments. As I finished up this project and took it to the nursery in order to put it on the crib, I realized I had made quite a mistake.
No way. Put it on backwards. It's awesome. I can't believe I did that. This looks really good. Well done. You will never believe what I did though. What? I sewed the two that I did today inside out. What do you mean? So the raw seams
Honestly,
are all.
it
Can't tell at all.
It actually looks really good like that.
We decided that it was just as lovely the way it was, even with the raw seam showing on two of the sides, and all is well. The nursery itself has so many lovely and fun touches in it. We were able to incorporate my own dedication gown and little tiny shoes that my mom had hot glued tiny little roses to, and some small little pieces of my own first year of life, like my first birthday hat, and so many other lovely little touches from my memory boxes, as well as some things from my husband's small childhood as well. So sweet and lovely, and it turned out so absolutely precious, and I loved getting to put her down for naps in there. Thank you to my mom for all the work she put in there, and it's been so fun and lovely to have a little girl and get to enjoy the bows and the outfits and all the cute little fun things that come with this part of life. Thanks for joining.